Hundreds gathered on Friday, with many more along the route of the procession, for the funeral of Corey Comperatore, who lost his life during the failed assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump. Billy Ray Cyrus was on hand to perform at the service. Crowds wearing patriotic attire lined the streets, seated in lawn chairs, many waving American flags, as dozens of fire trucks rode through the streets. During his speech on Thursday night at the Republican National Convention, Donald Trump requested a moment of silence for Comperatore. He said during his speech, "He was incredible. He was a highly respected former fire chief, respected by everybody." Mr. Comperatore lost his life shielding his family from gunfire when 20-year-old Thomas Crooks attempted to assassinate Donald Trump. As Americans are still wondering how it's possible for someone to get on a roof nearby where a former president is giving a campaign speech. So far, over $1.3 million have been donated to a GoFundMe to support the Comperatore family in this horrible tragedy. Mr. Comperatore's daughter Allison shared a heartbreaking statement paying tribute to her late father. She wrote, "Yesterday time stopped, and when it started again, my family and I started living a real-life nightmare. What was supposed to be an exciting day that we had all looked forward to, especially my dad, turned into the most traumatizing experience someone could imagine. I know the media will cover this event, and I'm going to try my best to stay away from looking at everything, especially because I've already seen and lived through it in real time. But I want everyone to know what the media will not cover and will not say about him. He was the best dad a girl could ever ask for. My sister and I never needed for anything. You call, he would answer, and he would do whatever it is that you needed. And if he didn't know, he would figure out how. He could talk and make friends with anyone, which he was doing all day yesterday and loved every minute of it. He was a man of God, loved Jesus fiercely, and also looked after our church and our members as family. The media will not tell you that he died a real-life superhero. They're not going to tell you how quickly he threw my mom and I to the ground. They are not going to tell you that he shielded my body from the bullet that came at us. He loved his family. He truly loved us enough to take a real bullet for us. And I want nothing more than to cry on him and tell him thank you. I want nothing more than to wake up and for this not to be reality for me and my family. We lost a selfless, loving husband, father, brother, uncle, son, and friend, and I will never stop thinking about him and mourning over him until the day that I die too. July 13th will forever be a day that changed my life. I will never be the same person I was less than 24 hours ago. There are a lot of children out there that say their dad is their hero, but my dad really is mine. I don't think I would be here today without him. Dad, I love you so much that there aren't enough words to express how deep that love goes. I know you'll give heaven some hell. I know that God is proud of the man that came to his gates yesterday." And as many country artists were outraged by the events of July 13th, Billy Ray Cyrus took to social media to pay tribute to Corey Comperatore, and it was just days later that he would be invited to perform at his funeral. He wrote, "Just saw this post about Corey Comperatore, who shielded his family. This firefighter lived and died to give all for his family and country. I am praying for America, Corey Comperatore's family, and the people critically wounded, the families who experienced trauma by witnessing it all unfold. I wrote Some Gave All in 1989, and I've seen many photos and moments in the past that articulated what I wrote the song about, but none more than this. On this given day, thoughts and prayers with Corey Comperatore, Mr. Trump, his family, and all the brave men and women who were willing to give their all in the name of freedom and democracy." And he shared this photo of an American flag outside of Mr. Comperatore's funeral with the following caption: "Corey Comperatore made the ultimate sacrifice. He gave all for his family and his country. It was an honor to be at his service today. You're all in my prayers. All gave some gave all." Billy Ray Cyrus reportedly performed a rendition of Amazing Grace and his song Some Gave All. A procession of approximately 500 fire trucks were on hand, some even coming all the way from Florida and Texas, to honor Mr. Comperatore and his heroic actions on that day. We're sending our thoughts and prayers out to the family of Mr. Comperatore, and we've linked to the GoFundMe in the description of this video to support the family.